Today, we are indoor at Evergreen Golf Club with Super Bowl champion Jermaine Kearse, and we are going to talk shop and get dialed, baby. Stay tuned. All right, I'm standing with one of the best receivers to ever come out of Seattle, Washington. My man, Jermaine Kearse.
Appreciate you coming through.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me. So, tell me a little bit about Evergreen.
Yeah, so we're at Evergreen Golf Club. This is our Tacoma location. As you can see, we are inside today because the weather outside is cold, it's wet. And so we just wanted to kind of create a place where golfers in the Pacific Northwest can continue to work on their game, continue to improve and do it in a community with like-minded individuals.
Your other co-founder, Greg, he is a professional tour caddy. I think he's on tour right now with Brice Butler, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Now, did you guys know each other prior? Like, you know, how does an NFL guy meet up with a PGA Tour or Live Tour caddy and then come out with this great startup?
Greg and I actually grew up probably less than a mile away from each other.
That's crazy.
But we didn't know each other. He went to a different school.
Okay.
He went to private school. So we were just in different crowds. When I got into the game of golf, I joined, some clubs, and I was a member at Tacoma Country Club. Got introduced and we met, and we kind of wanted the same concept, and so we decided to move forward, and here we are.
I know you've been playing for quite some time, but like, when did the actual bug hit? Like, I like to play golf. I want to play golf a little bit more than I want to go run routes right now. Because I've been through that situation when I started golfing. When I started golfing, it was like, when I had to go work out, sometimes I'm like, I'd rather go hit the range.
Me and Andre Roberts was during OTAs when you're done at noon. We go straight to the golf course. So
this is New York time. So we're in the Northeast playing some really nice golf.
This is one of my favorite places to play golf.
Okay, so let's talk about Evergreen.
So we're membership based. So we have 3 different types of levels that gives you access. We're not like a Top Golf or like a 5-iron. We have food and beverage, a little bit of it, but we don't have like a bar or a restaurant. We're a pure,
we're
like a performance center.
So
our goal is not to replace outdoor golf. I love playing outdoor golf,
100%.
and all the people I'm around loves playing outdoor golf. Our goal is to bridge the gap that we have due to daylight and weather to be able to continue to get better and perform better and improve your game.
We are going to play a game of 21, and I'm going to see if I can beat him at his own golf club. So where are we going, baby?
We're going to the tall flag.
All right. Ooh, if that goes in, bro. All right, that was good. That was a good start. You know the course a little bit better than me. And so I might try to do the same little thing that you just did, because I like what I saw.
There's also a kick too. If you roll it off the green, it's -1.
I lose a point, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, but what's the bounce? Okay. You got it closer than me on the first shot, so you got 2 points to my 0. I was just trying to make sure I didn't knock the ball off the green and lose a point. So now we're gonna go over to that one.
Okay.
The one that's closer to the trash can, but it looks like it's gonna be a double breaker. All right, let's see what you got. But I do have a question. So obviously, bro, football was life, right? We played football since we were, knee high. You went to the pros. You made it to the highest of the highs when it comes to our whole lives. Like, they're telling us, like, be here at 7:30, be there at 2:30. We got this game, we're running these plays. But then when it's like, now you have to run the plays, especially when you're not a quarterback, right? It's like, do I trust myself? So were you a little nervous before jumping into this venture with Greg?
I mean, a little bit, but, for me, I grew up playing basketball, so. Shoot or shoot. Pete Carroll used to always say, Rick Barry, 43%. He was going to shoot 43% no matter what. You kind of just take that mentality. The same with Greg when we first started this. It's just like, we out there, but let's just go do it. Right. And so we made our fair share of mistakes throughout the process, but
this is the second location, so that means we're doing something right.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's
So,
get it.
all right, I'm gonna hit this second shot. I don't know if that's gonna get up there. Oh,
All right. Let's see if I can get it. That might be too hard. If it goes in, what I get?
5.
If it goes off, okay, we're good. We're good. 2 points. Tie, baby. All right. So now it's your turn to pick.
Yep. We'll go next spot.
Coach Carroll was one of my coaches as well. So you talk about, he said, shooters
That's true. That's true. SC.
at SC, you know what I'm saying? He was my coach, and he took my coach and went and did greater things. But so you said, shoot, you always want to basically, bet on yourself. What would you say was like the biggest investment or biggest financial advice that you got, being in the pros?
When I was creating Evergreen with Greg, a guy on our advisory board, Josh Decker, who actually started a company called Tagboard, which is anytime you see tweets or anything on it, like that's his company. He told me something that really stuck with me, and that was to always fail forward. And to me, what that meant was, like I said, we're always going to make mistakes. We're always going to, hit some adversity in some fashion. And so to fail forward, it's kind of like, that running back that, every time you get hit, you want to fall forward. Always creating some sort of momentum going in the right direction.
Yeah, that definitely resonates well with me. Being a football guy, you always want to fall forward when you're, running the football. So, all right, let's get it popping. I think I'm going to get 2 more points on you right here.
Oh, I left that short. Get on there.
Oh,
wow.
That was
kind of.
Did we get that on camera?
That was not good.
Did we get that on camera? That was a members bounce if I've never seen one before.
That's pretty good.
4 points. I was not scared. Oh.
No, that's you.
That's me? Okay. That looked close. All right, so we're gonna go to this hole right here. So it's about a 15-foot shot. I think this will be hard. But speaking of hard and speaking of failing forward, like obviously this is location number 2. So obviously we've had success, doing this. But like, what were some of those like falling or failing moments that you had? Like, what were the difficulties that you had just starting with this and then, getting the first one underway and then, transitioning into number 2?
A lot of the things on the back end that, surface level, vision wise, I think that was like the easy part, but like, the detailed stuff on the back end of things, that was a little bit more difficult, and then I had to actually be proactive in learning.
Right.
We got 2 facilities, but there's a lot of work to do. So it's continuing to do that.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Okay. Fantastic. All you gotta do is get the freaking ball in the green.
That's very true.
He put me in the rough for a reason. He said, let's do this out the rough. He knew that I was gonna make that mistake.
I did this.
Oh! All right, we
gotta run it back.
We get mulligans. Man, that is thick.
You gotta swing at it.
Is this like Washington type of grass right here? You gotta swing hard. That's thick.
There you go.
Huh? All right, that was crazy. Stay there.
And he does it.
It's very interesting when I look, at your career path when we talk about football. Like, you're from here, you went to school here, undrafted free agent here, and had a lot of success here for the Seattle Seahawks. Like, are you involved with either one of the programs now?
Yeah, I try to stay as involved as possible, whether that's at UW in the football team or with the Seahawks organization. Still doing things, traveling with them and just continuing to try to promote the organization, NFL legends as well, and then myself as well.
For sure.
I still go to games. I go to about 2 to 3 games a year for both teams, and so I still like watching the game. It's kind of funny. I watch it like in a more of an analytical aspect.
It's like a curse. Like you can't.
Yeah, it's like I'm watching film, and so like exactly. I'm breaking things down. But I still enjoy it.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to this one right here.
Yeah, we're gonna go to this middle one right there.
Oh, I bladed it. I have 5 points now because I hit the ball off the green. Did I hosel that, bro?
I didn't want to say it, but
I hoseled that,
it sounded like you shanked it.
Oh,
Goodness.
that's going in.
I could.
That saved me.
Yeah, but I can.
What was this? This is
Right across.
I just hit a bad shot. Don't do me like that. No, it's 8. It's 8.
Do it on that side though.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There you go, play. Is it low or what? All right, let's go hit out of there.
Oh, dang. You know, with college now and with how kids can, you know, all this transfer portal stuff, like kids aren't developing, and now when they get into the league, I feel like coaches have to develop players. Do you think that's negatively impacting the game, or what do you think?
I mean, no matter what, coming from college to the NFL, it's going to be an adjustment.
Facts.
I think the biggest thing from college, it's not necessarily physically that much different.
Mm-hmm.
I think the game is just mentally different, which people think that, oh, the game's faster. I mean, people are just processing things faster,
Quicker,
allowing them to play faster. I think what is negatively impacting players, especially at the quarterback position, is they're getting asked to do a lot very early.
Yeah.
I think it really comes down to, you know, the leaders in the locker room is who's providing the examples of how to go to work every day. At the end of the day, everybody's playing the same rules.
Yeah,
and
you gotta play the same game. You gotta go out there and make it happen.
No whining complaining. That's a Pete Carroll. That's a Pete Carroll staple right there. That's rule number 2 right there.
That's rule number 2.
That's the funny thing. Like, this might be a little bit off topic, but like a lot of the things I learned from Pete culture-wise is kind of what I try to instill here. You know, and whether that's in our junior programming, you know, with Evergreen Elite or with our membership, it's like I'm trying to create a culture where everybody's kind of like heading on this right direction, same direction, you know, and, you know, culture is everything, you know. If you got a great culture, you know, you have a really good chance of being successful.
Right. For you, when you were a rookie, like who was that leader or who were the leaders that instilled those, you know, I would say those motivational aspects for you?
Yeah, for me, it was pretty easy to spot out was Sidney Rice.
Big time. SC or South Carolina.
Yeah, that other one.
Yeah.
He was a huge factor in my development on the field, but mostly like off the field, and just being around him, watching how he operates and moves, his business mindset, because I knew nothing about it. You know, I'm a young player just trying to make the team.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So just kind of being around him, he took me under his wing, and being able to just kind of see the type of moves he was making and just like his mindset outside of football definitely opened a lot of doors for me to kind of see other options, and gave me confidence as well to pursue other things as well.
Right. Why do you think players don't, I guess, go outside of the realm of football and explore those different opportunities that their platform has given to them?
I mean, I think it just kind of comes down to, I mean, you can only go as far as you're exposed to, right? And, you know, a lot of NFL players come from very different backgrounds and very different circumstances. You know, for a lot of players, football is all they know, and it was their only way out. And that's where I think it comes down to the people in the locker room, the leaders. You know, you always hear like you are who you hang out with. I mean, if you are surrounding yourself with people who are setting good examples, it opens up your perspective to what could be possible, what could be done. And then, you know, you tap in with them, they put you on with their network. And so then you're just meeting different people. And so the more doors you can open to seeing different things, like I said, I've never in my life would have thought I would be starting like a business of my own, but you know, I seen Sidney Rice do it. I seen some of the moves he made. And so that gave me enough confidence to be like, hey, like I can do it too. I can figure it out. And so, you know, the opportunities are, you know, what you're able to expose yourself to to one, build curiosity, and then two, allow you to pursue that curiosity and open your mind to just so many more different aspects.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so look, it's 1919. It's the last shot.
Okay.
Where are we going? You got the call.
So one of the coolest things about this place that we really like is being able to kind of hit these kind of pitch shots. So we probably got, I want to say about what?
35
yards?
35, 40 yards to that big flag.
To the big flag, and so that's where we're going.
All right, let's do it.
Back here.
Let's do it.
Sit.
Oh, he's been practicing this shot a lot.
Ooh, that was pretty good.
Wow.
That was pretty good.
He's been practicing this shot. Be like Bryson, you just know the feel.
That's pretty good. What a kick.
Let's go. Oh, stop
That's
moving.
That's off.
What?
Let's get it a little
I
closer.
thought I
Let's see.
had that. It's on, but
That one
it kept moving. That was cash.
As you guys can see,
Oh,
this is me.
what the heck? I thought that was much closer than what I saw.
Hey, it was a pleasure though.
Fantastic match.
Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, dog, I want to say I appreciate you for allowing us to come and check out this amazing facility. I think it's fantastic that you have made a place for the youth. You made a place for, you know, the young guy that's trying to make it to the pros, in which you know how that feels trying to get to that spot. And then you've made it for a place like me, a bum hack that's just trying to get better and just trying to have another place in which I have community and I can come here and do that. So,
Yeah.
hey, dog.
Yeah, appreciate you
so
coming
much,
through.
man. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you for
Appreciate
coming.
it. And if you are in the Seattle, Washington area, or just on the West Coast, or just visiting, make sure you come by to Tacoma or Seattle to check out Evergreen Golf Club.